The economic anxiety State Farm is causing in Bloomington. Hundreds of thousands of Illinois jobs are supported by exported goods. WYZZ's Rebecca Brumfield went to a local business today that contributes to our local and global economy through trade, and this tops our 9 at 9 tonight.
If I didn't have the exports, it'd be tough. We couldn't have built what we got here now.
For Randy Price, the vice president of EnviroSafe, he says creating a new product and providing jobs to local people pushes him to continue to innovate.
The new product that we did invent, it's right now, we mainly have it in the U.S. Now we want to expand it export-wise, and we haven't pushed it export-wise, but that's, you know, a way that we're going.
They draw up and materialize refrigeration items and then sell their products to countries like Canada, which is one of their top clients.
The other countries that we do go to is we go to the UK, we also go to Spain, we go to Germany, we also do a lot in South America also.
Central Illinois has a strong basis in exporting goods through names like Caterpillar, Keystone, and Komatsu. But Chris Setti of the Greater Peoria Economic Development Council says Peoria alone makes up 11% of the state's exports.
If we are the second largest exporting community in Illinois, but there's a lot of jobs here that depend on it, that depend on that foreign trade.
Along with the Fortune 500 companies, it's determined businesses like EnviroSafe and Pekin that continue to push Central Illinois towards the top of the state's impact on the global economy.
So yeah, that's the big takeaway. I mean, $7.3 billion, that's a big number. That's a big number, and that's why Peoria and this area is so important to Illinois in general, and by extension the entire country.
Rebecca Brumfield, WYZZ News.
More than 75% of the jobs in Illinois are supported by manufacturing efforts. Well, the Morton-based vehicle startup Autonomous Stuff has been acquired by the Swedish technology group Hexagon. Founded in 2010, Autonomous Group uses GPS technology and predetermined routes to equip cars with the technology to drive themselves. The transaction price will not be publicly disclosed. Completion of the purchase is expected within the next 90 days. No crime is suspected in the death of an infant in LaSalle. A young woman told officers yesterday she delivered a baby in her home just north of Seneca. They later found the baby dead in a basement bathroom. An autopsy today showed no signs of criminal wrongdoing. Over in the Twin Cities, the Bloomington PD cracking down on opioid abuse. Troy McBride from Rantoul is in McLean County Jail for drug-induced homicide and delivery of cocaine. He's connected to the opioid overdose death of 41-year-old James Dingman, who was found in his Bloomington apartment in March. The McLean County coroner says there have been 12 deadly overdoses this year. That's up 7 from this time in 2017. In the courtroom, a Peoria couple is found guilty of robbing and killing a man inside of his basement. 22-year-old Samantha Gordon and her boyfriend Michael Howard murdered 63-year-old Garrison Collins last year. Howard was convicted last week of armed robbery, unlawful possession of a weapon by a felon, and first-degree murder. Gordon is to be sentenced on June 19th. The trial for a Peoria teen accused of killing 2 people near Bradley University is being pushed back. 16-year-old Jermonte Brock is charged with killing 22-year-old Anthony Polnitz and 18-year-old Najee Murray during a house party on April 8th. Brock, who is being tried as an adult, could face more than 90 years in prison if convicted. His trial will now start on August 27th. The Peoria Four Points Sheraton is on track to open up its doors. The hotel's management says that they're finishing up some finishing touches, carpeting, wallpaper. Leaders are also saying that they're currently hiring for leadership positions.
There was some water damage. I think everyone's aware of that. Back in January, we had a frozen pipe, which set us back a little bit. Water damage, insurance claims, those types of things. But those repairs are almost complete as well.
No word on a specific date, but leaders do hope to have their doors open by the fall. City leaders are looking for some ways to spice up Peoria's riverfront. The riverfront platform is no more, but now residents are wondering what's next. The city is creating community advisory committees. This will allow Peorians to give their input on what should go into that space.
The former riverfront village is down now, so we sort of have a blank slate and a lot of opportunities. So it's a study that will go on through the rest of this calendar year and even through spring of next year with public meetings.
Leaders are hoping to have a full plan of action by June of 2019. A Peoria woman who has left a lasting legacy in the community will become a namesake of a Peoria school. DeLon Dillard joins us live to tell you who this woman is. DeLon?
Well, yeah, Lauren, that woman holds a long list of firsts, including being the very first black female doctor right here in the city of Peoria. And soon, when you drive down Forest Hill, you'll see her name on that sign. The name Maud Sanders rings bells across the River City. But why? During a time when segregation was heavy.
It's my mother and her niece.
Dr. Sanders was the very first black female doctor in Peoria.
She was told many times that there were no black beds available. And she has had patients to die because they could not get in to get the treatment they needed.
Her healing hands were sought after by many.
They would be sitting outside. Her office would be full. And patients would be sitting outside waiting to get into her.
Her compassion and genuine heart is what kept her office busy. And get this.
My mother did not retire until she was 90 years old because she was afraid that her people wouldn't get the care that she would give them.
So, of course, it's no surprise she's getting a school in her name. This is added to the lengthy list of her accolades, including being named in the Encyclopedia of African American Women.
I think she's deserving of a school, a street, whatever they can find to name after her, because her legacy needs to be carried on.
Dorothy Lehman was one of Dr. Sanders' first patients.
If you couldn't get to her office, she would come to your house, and very few doctors made house visits.
As you drive down Forest Hill, you'll see the name of a Peoria legend who didn't talk the talk, but walked the walk.
She is a true example. She lived the Hippocratic Oath.
Now, Peoria Public Schools tells me they're excited about making this change and they're looking forward to educating students on Dr. Sanders' legacy. We're live here in Peoria, and I'm DeLon Dillard, WYZZ News.
DeLon, thank you. Fireworks fans, listen up. To keep the fireworks up and running over at Glen Oak Park, you'll be seeing a change in charges. The 3rd of July celebration is quite a show. For most families, it's a day event in preparation for the 4th. Donations have been welcomed in the past year, and this year they're changing their fee to $5 per car to park.
Traditionally, we've had just a donation only. We were pretty clear last fall that these fireworks were something that we were struggling to maintain, but we certainly are committed to this neighborhood and want to continue to offer them. So this year, the board has given us approval to charge for parking.
You can also go to the Peoria Zoo for $3 beginning at noon on July 3rd. The gates open up for the fireworks show at 4 p.m. Criminals are taking advantage of the summer heat and your need to stay cool. And if you're not paying attention, you could be the next victim. Police throughout central Illinois are warning homeowners that burglars are pushing out window air conditioning units and breaking into homes to steal valuables. Instead of just sliding the unit in, hardware experts recommend taking extra measures to protect the window.
A common response is take some screws and screw above the top sash so it can't be raised. A stronger thing would be buy some L brackets and screw those in. That will give you more support. Even better is cut a 2x4 the dimension of the top sash, put that and screw that in. That gives you a lot of stability.
Local police departments recommend installing a small window sensor alarm that'll go off if that unit is moved or if the window is opened. Well wishes continue to pour in for the statue of Lydia Moss Bradley. The bronze Mrs. Bradley was hit by a car over the weekend, and now other notable statues are sending some good vibes her way. Abe Lincoln and the Common Man outside of the Peoria Riverfront Museum tipped their hats to Bradley's founder. The Peoria Public Library and Kidder Music also got in on the fun, and you can even send some of your well wishes her way by using the hashtag GetWellSoonLydia. And if you want to use your own hashtag, like hashtag amazing weather, maybe send it Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates' way.
Yeah, why not? Let's get that amazing weather hashtag rolling. You know, it's a decent day today. We did have a little chance.